Hey guys, this is Camry 15, and bless me, I am back at it again with another Arifureta season 2 episode review for you guys as we are getting the second to last episode before the season finale next week um of this episode. So this episode we kind of find out the reasoning of why Arie did what is doing what she did, which is kind of for a very selfish reason, but okay. Some people might into some people. Anyways, let me just get into it. Essentially, the main reason why Arie dang near almost killed. Well, she killed one of their classmates, but almost tried to kill everybody from her class was because she is in love with the main hero guy, the guy in the gold armor. And she was mad because she wasn't getting the attention from him, and he was only paying attention to Shizuku and Kaori, and stuff like that. And essentially, she feels like she needs this guy all to herself. In other words, she was trying to kill her entire class because she's in love with a guy. Okay, okay, all right, sure, fine. I will say it's a pretty stupid reason to do that. Which it's funny because somebody brought up in the earlier, I think it was Shizuku, that says like, why did you just not confess your feelings for him and everything? And Arie kind of blows it off like, yeah, he would have never cared. I'm like, no, girl. If you just asked and said, I really like you, and the dude said, sorry, I can't reciprocate your feelings back, then the guy don't like you. So she's willing to kill her entire class to, I guess you could say, win his heart over, because he'll have nothing left if all his friends are all dead, and all he'll have is Arie, which I'm guessing she's just trying to use this in some sort of sick torture way to make him fall for her, just to, I guess, be on the last, I guess you can say be on his last edge, the standpoint, there's only one person I can go to, and that's you. So please be that person in my life, that will give me everything that, I need, and I'll give you everything that you desire. Some people may say that's kind of a BS reason as to why this person turned on her entire class, but it's kind of that selfish thing, and it's kind of that whole trope of, oh, what if, and it's funny because, Arie makes a point like, I can never do what I did, in Japan like I can do here, but now that I'm here, I can freely do what I want. It is honestly kind of something where it's like, you think, man, just imagine if our world had like powers and stuff like that and magic. Now I know, some people can have, especially kids, high school kids, sometimes they can take things to the extreme, like potentially, getting their hands on an armed device and maybe going to their school and potentially looking to use said weapon to harm others. That's obviously been, things that have happened in the past. But just say, like, imagine if there's like superpowers or magical wizardly like powers and stuff like that in the world, man, and a kid just got a hold of that stuff, and was willing to take it out on their classmates because, hey, they like this guy and this guy isn't paying attention to them, and stuff like that. And they're like, no, I want this guy, or this girl to only pay attention to me, so I'll take it out on everybody else and make their living lives hell if I have to do it. Which, again, like I said, it's kind of selfish, effed up type of thing. It's funny because she was talking to one of her friends, that Suzu, and she was like, oh, please, I never liked you to begin with. I just pretended to be your friend. I didn't want to do it, but guess what? I had to do what I needed to do to accomplish my goal. And I'm like, that's kind of messed up, yo. She goes on even further the point to Shizuku, like, please, Shizuku, you bitch, I never liked you to begin with. That's honestly how she was talking. So yeah, she ends up, we also do find out, okay, how is she able to control these Royal Knight people? And we find out she's using necromancy. Essentially, she kills the people, and then one at a time, using her necromancy abilities, she brings them back to life under her control. Now, she says it took a long time because I have to do it one by one. I couldn't do it where I could just do a full field of necromancy on these people. And she gives the demonstration of how she can do it because she kills one of the classmates, which is actually a freaking brutal death. And then she uses it on him, and, it's just horrifying. So, yeah, and then she ends up going up. She kisses, I think his name's Kai, ends up kissing Kai, after expressing, her love for him. And then she goes on to tell Shizuku, I never liked you, you freaking, what, and how about this? Let's see how you feel if I kill you right now and I let Kaori be tricked and you end up getting killed. And obviously Shizuku's like, no, I don't want to do that. I'd rather die and stuff like that. And obviously Arie's like, I'll be the one to finish you, and then you'll be able the one to finish your friend Kaori. And I'm like, they better not kill Shizuku right now. I love me some Kaori. Kaori's my favorite girl of the harem. But Shizuku is definitely a close second. I love Shizuku. And I'm like, you better not kill Shizuku. Don't do it. And obviously, Kaori with Princess Liliana comes in the nick of time to delay that from happening. Kaori chants a spell to essentially heal all the classmates, her classmates. But because of it, the one dude shows up, the one trickster guy, the traitor dude, who's been working alongside Arie shows up. Princess Liliana thinks like, oh, he's good. Fakes her out, ends up knocking Princess Liliana out, or giving her like a gut punch or something like that. I think she just knocks her out. And he ends up impaling Kaori, essentially the point she's on the brink of death. Now, Kaori still has consciousness, so she completes her spell, but, and it looks like, it's all the spells also working on her to heal her, but the dude's like, I can't have you have it, and if I can't have it, Nagamo can't have you, and stuff like that, because we know this dude is madly in love with Kaori. And he ends up impaling Kaori again, thus killing her. And it looks like, Arie's gonna come in and freaking use necromancy on Kaori to kill the other classmates, but Nagamo comes in the nick of time. One, he beats up the freaking dude, the guy that he who tried to kill him back in season 1. He utterly beats the ever-living shit out of him. And when I tell you, it felt so good. I'm like, it felt so damn good to do that. Oh, I also forgot. Before this whole thing happened too, before even Arie used necromancy, Kai got back up and he was trying to fight. And it looked like he was gonna kill Arie, but all of a sudden we see Mel, the Royal Knights captain, block the attack. We find out he's under Arie's control, but the thing is, he still has somewhat of himself still in there, and he's like, kill me, and stuff like that. But all of a sudden it looks like Kai's gonna do that, but he starts coughing up blood and everything, and we find out that when Arie kissed him, essentially she made him indigest the poison through the kiss. Now, she says it's not going to be lethal or fatal or anything, but we see later on in the episode, she gives this look at Kai, and she gives this evil smirk and smile. So I'm wondering if this kiss is some sort of poison that makes Kai under her control, essentially. I feel like that's the thing. She's trying to get him under his control. So he can fall for her and she can get her desires and stuff like that. Because at the end of the episode, she looks at him and she starts smiling all evil and stuff like that. And I'm wondering, is she gonna like have the ability to control him? Like maybe it's not maybe this poison's not like it's gonna kill you like right then and there, but maybe it's like after some time the poison is literally killing him slowly, and when he'll be dead, and then she can do what she wants. I don't know. But that makes him, takes Kai out of the commission. He's just coughing up blood the rest of the episode. And stuff like that. But going back, Nagamo comes back in, Hajime comes back in, freaking is kicking the ever-living hell about the dude who killed Kaori and the dude who almost tried to kill him in season 1. And it's funny because you get this one scene where he senses the presence of the other demons out there, and he's like, you did all this, and for what? Just to die? Well, okay. You want to die? And the dude's like, you don't deserve Kaori! She's supposed to be mine! And I'm like, yeah. And freaking Hajime is like, all right, here, you can die. Throws him outside the stadium Coliseum, and essentially he gets killed by the demons. Sounds like he's getting eaten alive by those demons. Kind of a brutal death. He goes up to freaking Arie, because what he does then next is he freaking pulls out a freaking whole minigun, and he takes out all the people that were under the control of Necromancy. Also, too, he kills Meld because he sees Meld, and Meld tells him, finish me off, you know what to do. And he's like, all right, sure. And he kills him. He also gets this one badass kill where this one guy tries to come up from behind him, and he's just like, boom, shoots him right in the head. And I'm like, damn, Hajime is not playing. And we already know, because when you hurt somebody he cares about, especially one of the people in his party, in his harem, Hajime is somebody you do not want to F with. Like, he shows you no mercy. The moment he saw Kaori was dead and everything, he just snapped, and he's like, MFers are dying today. And he literally went on a freaking rampage and stuff like that. Now, we see Tio and Ai-chan are, healing Kaori to bring her spirit back into her body, to bring her back to life. We later find out that Tio's like, yeah, we need the other girls. We need Shea and Yue to be able to do what we need to do to bring her back to life. Otherwise, it's going to be too late and she'll be gone forever. And stuff like that. But what happens is Hajime goes up to Arie, puts the gun to her face or to her head, and he's like, you did all of this, and I don't give a damn about your feelings or what you care about and stuff like that. And I'm like, blow her brains out, man. She needs to die. Especially at the standpoint, she tried to kill my girl Shizuku. Kill her, Hajime. And I'm like, this man, she's gonna go out brutally. Brains all blown out of her head and everything. But obviously, that's not happening yet, because the one demon guy we saw 2 episodes ago shows back up. And he's like, give up now. I got a whole thousands and millions of demons in this army that are about to surround the stadium and kill you all. Surrender now, otherwise you will die. And Hajime pulls out this one thing and essentially unleashes a whole beam from the heavens that takes out all the demon army and stuff like that. And he just tells the dude, he's like, you want next? Otherwise, back the hell off. Otherwise, you will die. And obviously, this puts a shiver down that guy's spine. So he backs up, but he sees Arie. Arie willingly goes with him, and him and Arie escape. Yue and Shea show up. They're wondering, okay, where's the freaking dude? Because Yue wants to kill that guy, and he got away. But, the thing is, they see Kaori. They say, we need to take Kaori to this place to heal her up and bring her spirit back. So that's what they do. Obviously, Shizuku's very upset and very distraught and very emotional with what's happening. Hajime comes over to her, and essentially, he's like, listen, we'll save Kaori. I don't want you to be sad or anything. You need to stay, you and everything. And I do like the fact that Hajime, he still has respect, and he still likes Shizuku for the person she is, because she's a loyal girl. Shizuku's my girl. Honestly, my God, I don't know who might be my favorite girl out of this series. Damn it. I love me some Kaori, but Shizuku's not so bad herself, though. Shizuku's honestly a baddie. Um, and honestly, after this episode alone, it makes me like, damn, I love Kaori a lot, but shit, Shizuku might have to be my best girl this series, bro. She is not only she's a snack, but she is a baddie. But yeah, that's kind of the thing where that goes on there. Ai-chan is gonna go with them to also help revive Kaori, and that's where the episode ends. Again, that moment between Shizuku and Hajime, it just further gives me the fact that I just have this feeling that Shizuku is gonna join his party. I just have that feeling like she's just gonna join his party because she's gonna fall for him and she's gonna join his party. And then too, I already think Ai-chan's gonna join as well. And I'm like, bro, this man's getting harems. He made not only one girl from school fall in love with him, he's got these other girls from this other world falling for him. He's got another wife, because he's the father of Mew now. And now he not only gonna freaking get his teacher, he got his teacher to fall in love with him now. Now he got his teacher in his harem that loves him. And now we're gonna have his best friend, the one Kaori's best friend, fall for him. This man's gonna have a harem, a full out like 7-team harem by the end of this series, bro. Or by the end of the season. But yes. But anyways, that's it. Next week will be the season finale for Arifureta season 2. So in that video, I will give my thoughts on the episode, my thoughts of season 2 as a whole, and based on how it ends, I'll give my thoughts on if we'll get a eventual season 3, which I definitely think we're gonna get a season 3. You know, seemingly enough, they've invested a lot, you know, into this franchise. To have it animated, so it makes sense that they would end it in a way where we're gonna get a season 3, because we all love these characters and stuff like that. But this was a great episode. This honestly was my favorite episode of the season. But anyways, I'm getting out of here, guys. Hopefully you guys like the video. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode, as well as hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Arifureta content going forward on the channel, or any other anime content on the channel. Again, this is the week that most of the spring animes of 2020 or winter of animes 2022 are ending. Arifureta will probably be the last winter of anime 2022 that will be ending, because then spring of anime 2022 will be getting started up around next week. So yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Catch you guys in the next video. Until then, guys, see you guys later. Peace.